Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Greg Jones with Engine Builder. Today we're in Muskegon, Michigan, checking out Steve Morris engines, joined by Steve Morris himself. And this right here is a 535 cubic inch Hemi for the Streamliner, and it's our engine of the week.
Engine Builder's Engine of the Week is sponsored by Pengrade 1.
Steve, great to see you. Thanks for having us in the shop
Yeah,
today.
absolutely.
You know, we're tagging along for Sick Michigan Miles, and you opened up the shop to everyone to come swing by, so we appreciate that. You were talking to us about the Streamliner engine here that you're building, and this is just one example of 5 different ones that you're building.
Yes.
So we'd love to know a little bit more about it, because there's a lot of development that goes into an engine like this for the Bonneville salt flats.
Yeah. So this is for Streamliner. So the car is 42 foot long.
Wow.
Which is, that's pretty amazing. It's 42 foot long. And everything that you see here outside of this outlet pipe that's not in the car is actually in the car. Okay. So we can go from, because it's pretty fascinating how the whole thing all works and what's all going on with here, from boost management, power management, everything. There's a lot going on here.
I can imagine.
So I actually inherited the engine program from somebody else, and so they originally were trying to do it with Pro Chargers.
Okay.
And so big single Pro Charger, Hemi Pro Charger deal. And the problem with Pro Chargers are awesome. They're great in a field where you're on salt, and it is very, very, very needed to be linear power control. It is very, very hard to not have a Pro Charger just turn on.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So we did end up converting it all over to turbo, but this particular engine is 535 cubic inch. I went through the whole thing, so it has all of everything from our piston rod design, camshaft. This is Noonan stuff, so it's a Noonan block and Noonan heads. I don't do I don't do Hemi. We don't make the Hemi blocks and heads here. We make our SMX and other stuff. Yeah. We could have done it with the SMX, but they already had 4 of these things. So we took over from where they were already at, got the engine and everything right and square and nice. The engine actually is pretty neat and impressive on its own. It makes 4,000 horsepower.
Wow.
But it has to run in these ranges, and that's what's really kind of fascinating, is everything about this is about power management. That is the only thing that matters. Making power is easy. Making it live for 5 miles really isn't that big a deal. That's all pretty achievable. Obviously their goal is to be 500 miles, the first one to 500 mile an hour. Nobody's gone 500 yet in a piston engine, and that's what we're shooting for. But how they do power management here is, so single turbo. This is a Hartz 140 millimeter turbo.
Just gonna ask,
Yep, big Hartz turbo. Yeah. So they've done all of the hot side, cold side plumbing, but in power management, this has E-gates on exhaust, E-gates on the compressor side, and drive-by-wire throttle body.
Wow.
All are working in tandem together to control boost and power. So what we had to do on this is, so the engineers, the garage shop is who's actually heading this whole deal up. Okay. So their engineers come in and they go, hey, we need you to build the engine, and we have to test it, Our first gear horsepower has to start, and it was stupid low. It was like 500 something horsepower at 3,200 RPM. So they gave me, it has to start at this RPM, it has to end at this RPM, and it has to make this much horsepower and this much horsepower.
Very exact.
We have, so we had to dyno, so we're running, this thing has probably 150 dyno poles on it.
Wow.
So far, because we had to do first gear. So then they're managing with the Motec system here, managing wastegate, managing throttle position, managing all this and that and other things, and to make it make X power to X power. And then they say, okay, cool, now we got to do second gear. And it's a 10-speed transmission. So second gear has to start over here and go to here. And then over here to over here.
Right.
So it keeps on going up and up and up. And it finally got to the spot where we ended up going all the way through fifth gear. And it's like, hey, just to let you understand how this works is I can't run the engine. Oh, and I'm sorry, and there's also a time frame. So they said, you know, it has to start at this RPM, end at this RPM over this amount of time and make this amount in this horsepower curve.
Wow.
So each gear is planned for time and all those other things. And I said, the problem is on a water absorber, I don't have $3 million, $4 million dyno systems. Okay, which is probably what it would take to test at like the 4,000 horsepower level, where 4,000 horsepower for like possibly 7 seconds or so. So that is not doable.
Right.
You can't run enough water through it. It just cavitates, it boils into the absorber. So
Right.
I said, we're starting to run up to the edge where I physically can't do that kind of dyno work. So there's going to be some things that we now have, and we have enough mapping on it to know that first gear did this, second gear, third gear, fourth gear, fifth gear. So we can kind of extrapolate out what 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 is
Sure.
going to be.
Okay.
We're still going to come in and try doing a little more of it, but we'll just run the dyno out until it can't do any more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's really neat. And it's got to be a cool project for you, a different type of challenge, right?
Yeah, well, you know, this fits in my niche, which is big horsepower endurance.
Right.
You know, we can the solid engines where they can physically only run for 5, 6 seconds at a time. That's a whole lot different than this
Right.
or that.
Right.
You know, any of the drag and drive stuff or off road or marine that we do. I mean, so it fits right in it. But it is interesting. This for me, this is just an engine. I do these all the time. It's not a big deal. This is kind of cool.
Right.
To figure out how everything is all working and what they need to make happen and how we have to build it to do it. It's pretty fascinating.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So what are these guys using for engine management? Like
Motec.
Motec? Okay.
Yeah, this is all Motec
All
stuff.
right. Very good. Very
Yeah.
good. So Steve, you know, focusing back on the Hemi in particular, you know, what goes inside an engine like this in terms of components and some of the specs?
This has my MGP rods, diamond piston. This camshaft is actually, I have to have the cores ground. The cores come from Charlie Westcott, and I have the grind. Oh, actually, no, Charlie Westcott, I talked with him and we came up with the grind for this one.
Yeah.
But normally I would use Bullet for the grinds.
Okay.
The cores got to come from Charlie Westcott.
Yeah.
And then obviously it's a Noonan block and a Noonan heads.
Yeah.
This one has a Noonan intake manifolds, and that's fine. They work well in this application. We're not trying to hunt around for anything in particular, so not a big deal there. What else do you like to know?
Very cool. How about Valvetrain?
Valvetrain, this is all Manton stuff. Okay. Yep, so really good. Trevor Manton, all the guys over at Manton are real good buddies of mine, but they make all my SMX stuff, all my SML stuff, a vast majority of Valvetrains and almost all push rods for us.
No,
almost all.
They do some great stuff.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yep.
Steve, one final question for you. You know, you mentioned this is just one of 5 different engines that you're putting together, but they're different cubic inches.
Yep.
Is that just, again, for development and seeing what
No,
those
so
different engines will do?
they're all for classes. So
Okay.
Keith Turk was just here, and he's part of that SSCA. I think it's SCCA,
Yep.
I think it is. Anyways, it's different classes.
Okay.
So they want to go in and ruin everybody's day in every class.
Right.
So they just want to have more records and more classes.
Gotcha.
What it all boils down to.
Very good. So each engine's fairly different then. Very good.
Yeah, because we're trying to, obviously, you know, smaller engine to bigger engine, it does make different power curves. So we have to figure out how to make that curve that they need.
Yeah.
They have a lot of math and a lot of engineering figured out in this car of how to not spin the tire. Oh, so like one of the things that there is so much management on this that they want to take the driver out as much as possible.
Mm-hmm.
The car owner, if he drives it, you just sit in the seat and point that direction. Don't touch it. Don't mess with it. Don't
Right.
give it gas. Don't let off the gas. Don't do anything.
Yeah.
You know, it is just you stand there and just point it straight. So
Right. Make as few errors as possible.
as few,
right? Yeah.
well, because unfortunately
Right.
things happen,
Right.
and sorry, you know, for
Chris.
loss of Chris there.
Right.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that, but it's dangerous thing. So they're trying to make this as undangerous as possible.
Yeah, there's no small mistakes when you're going that
But
fast.
yeah, you're going that
it's-
fast. Things are bad.
Absolutely. Well, like you said, there's some risk involved in trying to break records, and you know this thing's trying to get a piston engine to go 500 miles an hour.
Yep.
So we hope we see it one day. Then it'd be
It would
really
be-
cool if it's this one.
think
Right?
it probably won't be this exact engine.
Okay.
I think this is. They have a couple other things that they're going to be doing with this, so it'll probably be one of the other ones. But this has been our test bed, just the mule, just
Gotcha.
something we're beating on. That's
Gotcha.
why it's got at least 150 dyno poles on it. I mean,
Right.
it's just wearing it out, wearing it out.
Well, it's pretty neat to see, like you said, the entire setup of more or less what it looks like in the
Yeah.
Streamliner. So
Yep.
very neat.
Yep. Yeah, these are. But before I let you go,
Yeah.
because people ask,
Yeah.
intercooler tanks. Then ones on the other side are actually the radiators.
Okay.
So there is no actual radiator in the car, nothing that is transferring heat. So they do it all by water volume and then control the flow to try to maintain water temperature.
Wow.
Yeah. So what you see here is in the car. And that's it. There ain't nothing else in the car
Yeah.
other than what you see.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
It's super cool.
Yep.
And Steve, we appreciate you telling us about
All
it.
right.
Yeah. Thanks
Thank
so
you.
much.
Appreciate it.
Guys, that's been this episode of Engine of the Week. Make sure you guys are checking out everything that Steve and his team are doing at Steve Morris Engines. And as always, make sure you're checking out enginebuildermag.com for more great engine content. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Hey guys, thanks for watching today's video. Hey, while I've got you guys here, I wanted to tell you about Find a Builder. It's a new microsite on enginebuildermag.com that's great for both engine shops and for potential customers looking to get engine work done. If you're an engine builder, this site is a place where you guys can list your shop and what you guys do to potential customers through enginebuildermag.com. It's an easy subscription-based microsite that'll let you guys connect to a new audience. And if you're a potential customer looking to get engine work done, this is a source to help you guys find a shop that's in your area or one that specializes in the type of engine work that you're trying to get done. Make sure you guys are checking out Find a Builder on enginebuildermag.com. Thanks.